I just think about how fortunate I am in this moment. You see, I was having a challenging morning, and I've had some challenging times in which, are rough. But I'm so grateful to have a God who I can turn to, who I could talk to, who will explain to me exactly what's going on, exactly what's happening, why what's happening is happening, and what he's doing in it. But not only what he is doing in it, but what I need to do. I've had so many times where I understand like what I'm going through is uncomfortable and it's difficult and I don't understand it. And I'm like, Lord, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make my way through this? Like, I don't see it. But the Lord, when I come to him, he will explain it to me and he will tell me, Jennifer, this is what's going on. And Jennifer, this is why this is happening. This is what you need to learn from this. This is what you need to do in it. And it helps me because when I understand that this thing is happening with purpose, with intentionality, that God's allowing this thing to happen and causing this thing to happen because he's trying to teach me something in it, because there is purpose in it, I'm able to now shift my thought process on it. I'm able to now shift my attitude about it. And it changes the way that I am and how I move. And it brings such light and lightness and ease and joy and rest and peace. And this is what God offers. I've thought about just in how difficult those moments were, and that I was allowing myself to move in a dark, negative space. This shift occurred, and I realized it occurred, and I knew what I needed to do, and I knew what was behind it to a certain extent, but I had to seek God for clarity and for understanding and to bring it before the Lord. And turns out what I thought wasn't necessarily the case. I needed God to explain it to me. I needed God's strategy for it. And it's interesting because I know this. I know that God's at work in my life, and I need to seek how God is at work. It was just a reminder today that as I brought this heaviness, this weight to the Lord, and I made a video about it, and he took the time to walk me through it, it was just a reminder of how much God is involved in our lives intimately, how God is setting things up, how God is teaching, how God is training. See, some of us may think from time to time, like, because God's not sitting down and saying, insert your name, Samantha, Ruby, John, James, whatever it may be, because he's not sitting down in front of a chalkboard with you and teaching you and training you and saying, okay, now this and that, and you don't have a notepad and a pen, and you're not sitting down at a desk, that he's not teaching you and training you. You see, there are people that have not even submitted or surrendered to God, and God is working on them. God is doing a thing in them. God is instilling in them certain skill sets and is building their character and is shaping them and is molding them. Yeah, he's not waiting until the day you give your life over to Christ to start working on you. He's not waiting until you lose your life completely to him and take off your cross and deny yourself. He's not waiting until you get a moment to sit down with him and just be in your prayer closet or be sitting at your desk taking notes to teach you. No, before I formed you, I knew you, and I formed you, and that's when I began to work. Yeah, I knit you in your mother's womb. That's when I began to work, baby. I've been teaching you and training you all this time. See, some people think they like I'm so far behind. I got so much time I want you to make up. Baby, God been working on you for a while. You like, I don't know what my purpose is. I'm stressed out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to go to school? Am I supposed to study under this person? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? God, like, I've been working on you since before you were born. You need to step into it. You need to be aware. You need to be awakened to what's going on. You need to come into the realization. You need to surrender. That's what you need to do. And then it'll be revealed to you. Yeah, I need you to come unto me for revelation so I can reveal the stuff to you. But it pains me to think about the people that don't have a God, that don't have relationship with God, that don't know Jesus, that haven't surrendered their life to Jesus, that are sitting lost and thinking that this is just life, that have to sit in heaviness and depression, that have to sit in sadness and malaise and despondency, that have to sit in anger and hatred and negativity and darkness because they have nothing to do with it. They just got to sit with it. Yeah, Buddha and Confucius, they can't do nothing with that. But Jesus can help you with understanding. Jesus can deliver you from some stuff. Jesus can break some stuff off of you. Jesus can give you strategy for how to deal with it. Jesus can let you know, that's me. That's another part of your training. That's something else I need you to learn. That's something else I need to teach you. God is just working in our lives to get us somewhere. And when you don't realize it, all you feel is something happening. You feel a pull. You feel a shift. You feel something going on. You don't understand that that's God's leading. That's God's directing. And you need to seek God to figure out what's going on. The same God that's available to me to teach me, to lead me, to inform me, to instruct me, to lift me out of whatever state I am and to bring me into what he's doing is the same God that's available to you. You just got to talk to him. Oh, well, God, don't talk to me like that. Why? Is you going to listen? Is you going to obey him? Is you going to do what he say? Are you going to make time for him? Or are you going to rush him? Because he ain't spoke to you in 5 minutes, you over it. Yeah, see, God is not some little 16-year-old teenage girl who's waiting up under you, who's chasing you around. No, the great I am that I am needs you to seek him diligently and needs to know that when he speaks, his word ain't going to go out void. He needs to know you going to receive it and you going to act on it. You going to do something with it. Yeah, he needs you to hunger and thirst for him. He needs you clear on what you want from him. He needs you to be clear on who he is, and that is Lord.